Go.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Bucher with Lifetime Quality Roofing. I'm working with one of our mutual clients, Mr. Daryl Ockenfels, on the progressive claim number 1336891. Today is July 24th, 2024. It's about 2 p.m., about 84 degrees outside. And we wanted to get some additional documentation out here on the site. I want to first and foremost thank Progressive's adjuster for agreeing to pay for the replacement of the front slope here on the roof, but a couple things I wanted to bring to your attention. In order for us to replace this front slope, we're required by IRC building codes to actually lap the underlayment over onto the back slope. So I want to show you what I have here. So here's our ridge. I've actually opened this up to see how it's installed. All of our ridge cap shingles have been removed, and we have to lap underlayment over from the front slope across onto the back slope at least 6 inches per the IRC residential code. That presents some interesting challenges. As you can see here, I have an N next to all the different nails in these shingles that are within 6 inches of the ridge. So in order for us to do this roof replacement, or this slope replacement rather, properly, we have to remove at minimum 1 to 2 rows of shingles along the non-vented ridge on this, and that has to be done in order for us to properly tuck the underlayment per building code. I know Progressive, with their claims, want to do everything up to code standards, so this is something that we wanted to make mention to you. So what we are asking is for consideration of, at minimum, the upper couple rows of shingles on the back slope. However, another thing that we're running into as well, given the age and condition of the roof, there's no way for us to remove these shingles without causing additional damages. And I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. In an effort to remove the shingles, the ridge shingles from the roof, just to open this up to show you the current installation requirements, we had a lot of significant matting transfer along the adhesive strip as well as tearing, and this was consistent across all of the ridge cap shingles. So I can show you several of them that are all showing significant matting transfer. Again, that's because of the age and condition of these shingles on the roof. What that's going to do is any attempt for us to do this work properly as prescribed currently by Progressive, we're going to end up damaging the shingles on the back. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure we're bringing the homeowner back to pre-storm condition, and we're not leaving them with liabilities for future issues with storm damage or water intrusion. So we're asking at bare minimum for Progressive to consider covering the back slope. There's just no way for us to do this work as currently prescribed by Progressive without causing undue damage and there being ensuing losses because of an improper install. So I want to ask you for your consideration with that. A couple other things to note as well on this roof, if you want to follow me. If I go up front here, currently Progressive is paying for this slope here. However, they have not agreed to pay for these 2 slopes. Again, because of the construction of the roof, I have to put ice and water shield down in this valley. There's no way for me to remove this roof and do that without tearing into these adjacent slopes. So I'm also asking for these facets to be considered for replacement as well. As you can see, there was damages over here that I don't even believe were accounted for on the initial work scope that we want to have accounted for as well. But again, back to the condition of the roof, in order for us as a contractor to do this the right way, I have to tear into these adjacent slopes at minimum just to install ice and water shield per building code to do this repair work the proper way. If I go onto the back, again, because this is all an interconnected system. Roofs are not like Legos where you can kind of plug and play. Everything's interconnected. So, with us needing to do the replacement work on the front here and how that ties into the back, as I previously stated, that would require us to do the back slope as well. And then in addition, again, because this roof is all interconnected, you can see these valleys here. Both of these valleys require ice and water shielding the valleys. Again, it's all interconnected, and this roof, again, is no longer repairable. It's beyond the point of repair. It's far too old and far too brittle. We would end up causing additional damages because of that. And as you can see, that ties into this roof here. We have another non-vented ridge, as you can see over here. So, non-vented ridge. This is the same exact thing that I mentioned on that slope over there. So, because this roof all ties together, and we are required to do ice and water shield in the valleys and lapping of the underlayment over hips and ridges, at minimum, we are asking for the front slope over here, the back slope, these two small slopes around the valleys down here, this slope in between the garage and the main part of the house, and then this back slope, because it's all interconnected. So there's no way for us to do this in part without, again, causing additional damages and putting the homeowner at risk for ensuing losses. In addition, there was also some damages that were not notated on this slope here. As you can see, there's actually a missing tab that was overlooked. If you look down here along the gutter line, right down here, there's a missing tab that was overlooked that did not get documented in the initial estimate, and that was not accounted for. So we'll get some additional photos, some additional documentation for you folks, as well as citing the requirements both by the IRC for lapping of underlayment and by the manufacturer specifications and recommendations for proper installs of the roof. At the end of the day, our goal is to work with Progressive to bring this homeowner back to pre-storm condition and ultimately make sure that we're not causing any additional problems in the process, and we're doing things the right way the first time. So I appreciate your consideration on this. We'll be sending over, again, photos and documentation as well as citations backing up all of the statements that were made in this video. Thank you so much for your time.